Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Sacred Soul Shift series. I'm your host, Vanessa, your trusted soul navigator and energy alchemist. In this series, we'll embark on soul stirring adventures through the realms of intuition and self healing with women across all modalities, where ancient wisdom and modern insights intertwine. So, if you're tired of the scripted routine and ready for healing and growth, my kindred spirit, this series is crafted just for you. It's time for your Sacred Soul Shift. Hello, good morning. Welcome to another week of events. I'm super excited to talk to Bonnie today. We'll be sharing everything about gratitude, guys. Gratitude. I talk about it so much. You probably hate me talking about it so much, but we're going to dive into it today. Bonnie is all the things. I'm going to go over her bio in just a second, but gratitude is so effing important. We're going to drill that into you today, guys. We're going to go over Bonnie's life story, how she got to where she is today, and how gratitude helped get her there. Let me go over her little bio for you guys. Bonnie is a mindset, life, and gratitude coach. She's based in Central Florida. She is joining us from the US today, guys. She's the CEO of Rock Solid Mindset, Life, and Gratitude Coaching. She's a seminar leader, 5 times Amazon best-selling author. She's a podcast guest. She empowers midlife women to master their mindset so they can rediscover their joy and passion. Sounds a lot like what I do, which is what I love. I love talking to women that empower women. I love empowering women. So welcome to our little space on the internet, Bonnie. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Vanessa. It's nice to see you and be here today. Thank you for interviewing me. I'm really happy to be here and talk all about mindset and gratitude. Gratitude is the key, like you said.
It is. It unlocks so much else. Like it's just the key that brings everything together in life. And it's such a huge mindset shifter. And we'll dive into that today. But as always, I like to start with a little bit of background and history. I like to know all about my guests. I like to know especially what made them who you are today. And especially with people that do kind of spiritual and mindset work, we tend to have exciting and sometimes traumatizing and entertaining stories. You know, I find that our path unfolds for us, right? And when we become who we are, it's kind of like a series of events that seamlessly fall into place unexpectedly. And, you know, we get teachings and learning. So I love to hear about people's stories. So can you go back to the start? I want to know who Bonnie is. What was the events that got you to be the mindset, gratitude, life coach that you are today?
Well, there was a lot of different events, Vanessa, that kind of all gelled into one that wanted me to be able to help others to have a positive mindset, to reframe their negatives into positives. I have been homeless a few times, and to be completely honest with you, I am homeless right now. It's almost 6 months. Certainly wasn't expecting this to happen. A lot of things came together. I was in a hostile environment that was just getting worse. So I decided to leave the environment. I am getting to the point where I'm almost not going to be homeless pretty soon. So, but in my case, what I like to do is I like to tell people to reframe negatives into positives. And, since I am homeless, a negative is that I sleep outside on a concrete bench every night, very close to a very major intersection and pretty close to the Walt Disney World. So it's very noisy all night. However, the reframe on that is I'm outside getting fresh air every night. I get to look at the moon and stars, and I'm learning about astronomy. So, and I get to see all these different types of cars and motorcycles go by that I never would have thought to, and I'm learning to identify different cars and motorcycles and stuff too. So it's not the coolest thing, but at least I'm not totally on the ground generally, and I am up on a concrete bench, and I'm not like laying in the dirt. So at least I do have a sheet to cover me, and I put a towel on the bench and stuff. So hey, it's not cool, but I'm not sitting here whining, crying, and complaining about a lot of things. So I say, look, if I'm in my position, I can be still smiling, looking at the good side of things, seeing all these different kinds of animals. I see a lot of squirrels and birds, and I see hot air balloons go overhead and stuff like that. And if I could be grateful for what I have, I think everybody else, you have a big house, you have a bed to sleep in, you have a bathroom to use, you have a kitchen to cook food in. Everybody else should be grateful, not complaining about all the little tiny things.
I love that. I love that. So what made you want to get into coaching women? What was kind of the milestones that got you there?
Well, because I'm like my perfect client. I empower midlife women to say bon voyage to shackles in their mind so that they can live their life of their dreams. And I'm a midlife woman. Actually, Sunday is my birthday. I will turn 58. And
Happy
once you
birthday.
get to, thank you. And I notice a lot of women, they're my age, they may be, widowers or divorcees, their children have moved out, and they're thinking, is that all there is? What is there left in life? They're like treading water. They think that life ends at 50. Well, no, life doesn't end at 50. How many people have lived to be over 100? I have my great aunt and my great grandmother both lived to be over 100. So, your life doesn't end just because you're in your mid 50s. There's still a lot of things left to do in your life. And sometimes maybe something happened way back when, working with the mindset and gratitude. Maybe they were 10 years old and somebody said, oh, you're too loud, or you too this, or you too that. Or they said, your dreams aren't valid. Your dreams are just too crazy. Why are you going after those dreams? And then they get to my age and like, well, I just don't want to do anything. I just want to sit here and not do anything at all. So I help them get rid of that voice in their head that says, don't do this. It's like, what do you really want to do in your life? What lights you up? What makes you smile? What makes you get out of bed in the morning? Do that. And the stuff that you don't like, do less of that. Do what you like, do more what you like, and do less of what you don't like.
Yes, yes, such a powerful statement. It's so simple, but it's so true, and that's the core of everything we teach, right? With
Right.
doing the shoulds, I call it the shoulding over everything. Get rid of the shoulds. It's not something that you want to do. It's something that other people put pressure on us to do, and it takes up so much of our time, and it just drains us, right? It's just the shit we don't want to do that we end up doing. Thank you so much for opening up about your story. I am also homeless. This is not my home, but I am homeless by choice. I sold everything that I owned in 2020. I sold everything that I own, including my home and all of my belongings. So I am now a free bird. I actually choose to live on the road. I live in a motor home, so I'm staying with family at the moment, visiting and catching up on all the things because I've been so far away for so long. About the last 12 years, I've lived away, so I've never really spent much time with my family and since I was a teenager. So I'm just doing that at the moment. I'm with family and just loving it, and I'm going to be back on the road next year. But yeah, I am also not connected to anything. It's kind of a freeing feeling, really, when you're not connected and you can just live, as you said, in nature with the moon and the stars and the birds and all the things. It's such a freeing nation. And I love that you have dropped all of that victim mentality and you're just embracing it and shifting your mindset with gratitude, because that's so important. And if you stay in that victim mentality, it can kind of drag you down, and then it draws in all of those low vibrational energies to you as well. And I think shifting to like more, we say the upper vibrational emotions, but when you shift into those spaces, that's opening you up as well to draw in those upper vibrational things into your world. So I think by doing that, you're bringing in all these more positive things into your life as well.
Yeah, definitely, because you want to be around people who bring you up. They lift you up and they don't bring you down, and they support you, they encourage you, they say nice things about you, they say they inspire them. And actually, I am planning to save enough money to buy a van. I'm going to fix it up. I'm going to live in it. It's going to be my car. It's going to be my home. And next year, I'm going to be traveling around the United States and Canada, being a motivational speaker,
Yes.
talk about my story, help the homeless and disadvantaged in each area that I go to. And maybe the year after that, I'll make it all the way over to Australia. I'll go across the pond to England and Scotland and Ireland. And maybe we can meet in person and we can do something together, Vanessa. That sounds really
Yes,
cool.
I would love that, Bunny. And I am your biggest supporter now. I love that you've got a direction and you've got a journey planned out ahead of you. And I have faith that you're going to get there. It's such a wonderful lifestyle to have.
Yes, it's nice to be able to just kind of, you're not hooked on one thing. You don't have to stay in one spot forever and ever. And we'll see how things go. But that's something on my bucket list to be doing early next year.
Amazing, amazing. We are not trees. We are not born to stay in one place, I always say. I don't understand the people. I'm not here to judge, but there's people that spend their entire lives in one place and they don't see anything. And I'm like, why?
Right.
There's so much to see and so much to learn in the world, and it helps us grow, right? Everything that we see and how we see other people living in other cultures, and it's all growing and, empowering us as humans. It puts everything into perspective when we see and learn from others.
Right, definitely.
hmm Before we kind of step into talking more about gratitude, I just want to touch on that victim mentality thing, right? Because it's so easy to, and this is typically what comes before gratitude, is we get stuck in a rut and we blame everyone and everything else that's outside of us for what's going wrong in our life, right?
Right.
And it comes down to poor me, everything sucks, everything's happening to me, the world is out to get me. We get stuck watching the news on repeat. We flood our lives with every single negative notion that we can find, and it just draws everything negative to us. And the things that we're experiencing may not be negative, but it's just this constant shift in our mind to find the negative and to put blame on it, right? So might be driving and you get a red light and it's shit, I got a red light. Like, this is just screwed up my whole day just because of this one red light I got. Right? It's that really strong pull towards the pessimistic that really ingrains the victim mentality, and it's about everything happening to you. But then when you shift to gratitude and you start realizing that everything's happening for you, you'd start to find reasons why things are there to help you learn and grow, I guess. The negatives become challenges and they become moments in life where we can reframe something from a negative to, why is this happening to me? What positive is this bringing into my life? I think that's really what I see gratitude as. And it's really a mindset shifter, and it's so powerful once you start doing it, because it doesn't take very long to shift a mindset once you start doing the work, right? So let's talk about gratitude. What's your kind of wisdom on gratitude, and how, I know you touched on it at the start, but how has it really helped you shift your mindset?
Well, I work with people that have appreciate what they do have and don't dwell on what they don't have, and don't worry about what other people they have something better than you or bigger than you, because the bigger this thing is, the more problems you're gonna have. Don't stress out if you don't have a vehicle. The way I reframe stuff is, yes, I ride the bus around, but I have somebody driving me to where I want to be, and I can just sit there and sightsee or be on my phone looking at stuff on the phone, so I don't have to totally pay attention. I get on, I get off when I want to, and somebody drives me around, and it's just, little things like that where, you learn to just appreciate stuff, and have total gratitude, and because it could always be better, but it could always be worse. And sometimes people
Mm-hmm.
like, you know I personally myself, I have bad knees, and it's hard for me to walk and stuff like that. But there's people that have had knee replacements. They don't even have their own knees; they have metal all in their bodies. And then there's people that have had their legs amputated. So at least I have both of my legs. So I have to be grateful for that. And sometimes people just like, they poor pitiful me, like you said. There's actually a country song by that name, poor pitiful me. So so that's kind of, and I love country music. So it's like, yes, you need to be in a strong vibration, and just um, appreciate everything that you have, because there's people that have worse than you. And I live in the United States, you live in Australia. We got so many resources in our countries that other countries don't even have. So some people say, oh, that's nothing, that tiny house I would live in that. There's like 20 people in a space that big in other countries and stuff. So just, you have a roof over your head, you have this bare necessity. So just appreciate that, because if you're always complaining about stuff, you're always going to find stuff to complain about, and then nobody's going to want to be your friend. And now you complain because you have no friends. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a cycle and stuff like that. Most definitely.
Yeah, I love that you use the word appreciation too, because I think people get caught up with the word gratitude sometimes. What's gratitude?
Right,
How do I have this thing called gratitude? And that's all
right,
it is. It's appreciation for the things that you have, and it is so simple. And I run into people where I'm like, I talk about doing like gratitude. I have a gratitude journal, so I like to journal like every morning 5 things I'm grateful for as soon as I wake up. And people are like, I don't know what I'm grateful for. Like it's the same 3 things every morning or something like that. But there is so much. Like I can be grateful for the spoon I have to eat my yogurt. You know what I mean? Like grateful for the water to wash my hands, grateful for a chair to sit on. Like there is so much you can be grateful for. It's just shifting that mindset into finding those things that, oh, I have been taking that for granted, and some people don't have those things.
Right, definitely. And I have like a formula that I have. It's called the 5 method formula to having a rock solid day. And I did a challenge a while ago, and I'm starting the challenge up again in like a week and a half. So there's 5 things I do in the morning to start my day off strong. They include affirmations, journaling, practicing gratitude, deep breathing, and grounding yourself. And you can do these
Yeah.
from 1 minute to 5 minutes each. And like you said, there's so many different things you can be grateful for. It's like go outside and see your tree has like a new leaf on it, a new flower or something like that on it, or all the tires on your car are fully filled up. You don't have to go stop someplace and get air in your tires. You have plenty of gas in your car. Your refrigerator's full. So many things. And sometimes people they're like, oh, I can't think of 5 things every day. Because I tell people
Mm-hmm.
think of 5 to 10 things every day for 1 week. And then when you're done, you're gonna have 35 to 70 things. So I can't think of 5 different things. They all gotta be different. Or sometimes, oh, they just start brain thumping and right, and then just, oh my God, I come up with 257 things in 1 week. I said, every time you feel down, every time you feel sad, look at that list. If you're going, sometimes people go like in a bad place, and I understand that. I do that sometimes too. So start reading your gratitude list and start thinking how grateful you can be for everything that you do have.
I love that. And it's reframing, right? It's everything's
Right.
about reframing, and you can be happy that it's sunny, right? But you can also be happy that it's raining. I'm
Right.
grateful that it is raining today because I get to stay inside and read a book. Or, there's always something to be grateful for no matter the situation. I'm grateful for this red light because it's given me 5 seconds to think about my day or to think about my life. There's always a way to reframe the negative. I love that.
Right. Most definitely. Like if you don't have to spend your time and your water to go outside and water your lawn, you let Mother Nature water your lawn. So thank you, Mother Nature. I appreciate you watering my lawn today.
Yes. And I love that you do the affirmations in the morning too. I'm a huge fan of affirmations as well. Love it as another tool for mind shifting. It's another super powerful thing. Once you shift with gratitude, right, you're in this mindset of appreciation and showing love for the things that have come into your life. And I think that really opens you up to accepting more with love, right? You have this wider and more intense appreciation for everything that's in your life and has come into your life. But when we talk about affirmations, we're calling in more the energy that's come to us. The affirmations are like a
Mhm.
manifestation tool that we can use to bring more into our life, whereas the gratitude's more of shifting into that appreciation mindset. And then the affirmations call in what we want to be and who we want to be and what we want into our life. I love using affirmations. How do you use affirmations? What's your little go-to method with affirmations?
I just think about how I want my day to be, and it's like, I am, I am, and you write, I am powerful, I am strong, I am loyal, I am a good friend, I am a good daughter, I am a good sister, I'm a good aunt, I'm a good whatever. Or I like to just have to say, good. I'm awesome, I'm amazing, I am whatever, I am. I'm like I'm like a ride or die friend. I'm the best person ever. But I always tell people, I am. Say it, write down, I am, I am, I am, and then put that into your mind, and you're gonna wake up every day and say, I am powerful, I am good, I am awesome, I am alive. That's
Mm-hmm.
very important too. So just the affirmations of I am, and that's gonna get into your brain like subliminally, subconsciously, and you're gonna have a lot more self confidence, self belief. And if you go out there, I mean, you don't want to be all cocky and think I am the best thing since sliced bread, because that's not good. But if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in yourself. And I say, hey, look, even though I'm in this position I'm in, being homeless and going through all this stuff, not getting a lot of sleep, not eating properly, not being in a lot of pain generally and stuff, from my niece, I'm still reaching out. I'm still helping people. I'm still being on an international podcast. I'm actually writing like two ebooks now about how to be. One is about how to be a good podcast guest, and one is about how to have a really good, well, Disney World vacation because I live pretty close to Disney World. And I was like, I'm doing all these things. It's like, can you imagine once I get everything settled and sorted, how much better I can be and stuff? So it's like, look, what do you have to complain about? Where's your gratitude? So that's why I'm totally into gratitude, affirmations, journaling, just saying, hey, I got this. I'm a good person. I'm reframing all my negatives and positives. I am learning from this. Other people are learning from my situation, and I hope to inspire others worldwide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love everything about you, and I love how you are so positive. In what's such a shitty situation for other people. I love that you've got goals, and I love that you're using your own tools to help you in situations like this, right? Because as coaches, and especially mindset coaches, it's so easy for us to not take our own advice. We know all the
Right.
things and we know what we should be doing. And sometimes, as you said earlier, we do get stuck in these low vibrational moments, even us, we're positivity coaches or whatever, but we're human. Things happen. We
Right.
get stuck in these ruts as well. And it's hard sometimes to take our own advice. So I love that you're pushing through this situation and you are taking your own advice.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but you can always look back on it later and say, hey, if I made it through that, I can make it through anything, basically getting sprinkled on, getting sprinklers turned on me and raining at night and cars honking me.
Yeah, love it. I just want your advice. If someone is just starting out in this journey, right, and they come to you, they're just shifting they've just begun recognizing, right, that they've got a shitty mindset and things need to change. They've come to this point in their life where they're like, there's got to be more. What's your advice for women moving into this space?
Yes, they're thinking there's got to be more in life, and there definitely is more in life. They think about, what their goals are, what their dreams are, what makes them happy, what kind of like legacy. What kind of legacy do they want to leave for others, and how do they want to be remembered? And it's like, how do you want to spend your days and everything like that? You don't want to just spend it sitting in front of the TV, not vegging out and stuff. You want to go out and help others, and think about how you can help others, how you can be positive, and what's going to make you, hey, some people my age, stuff's gone on, and they're going to be like us. You're going to be traveling around like, yeah, I'm going to take my little dog and my little cat, and I'm going to buy an little RV, and I'm going to travel around and live the life that I want to. And they just travel around and meet friends all over the place. So just think about what it is that you want to do that's going to make you happy, and start doing it. And figure out if you need somebody to help you, start doing it. And just like the Nike slogan is, just do it. Get out there and just do it.
I love that. Nike, just do it. Stop waiting. I always say that when people are like, oh my God, when I told everyone I was selling everything I owned and was going on the road, they're like, that's so brave. That's so courageous. I wish I'd done that or whatever. I'm like, so do it. What are you waiting for?
What is stopping you? Just do it. The worst that can happen is
Exactly.
to do it for 1 month. If you don't like it after 1 month, go back to your old life. But if you do like it, keep going.
Exactly, right? There's nothing that says you got to do something forever. It's what I always say about when people are like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I
Yeah.
like doing. I'm like, just try something.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's not written on the stones of fucking Jesus or whatever, saying that you've got to do that for the rest of your life. I'm like, just try it. If you don't like it, who cares?
I'm not putting that on your headstone that you tried this and it didn't work. I'm not putting on your headstone what you tried and what your legacy is, and what you're going now. It's like, I'm not going to worry about failures. I want to worry about successes and stuff like that. So definitely.
Yeah, and I'm a huge believer in trying most everything that I can. I love learning about different cultures and eating all the foods and
Oh, yeah.
trying different activities. I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, I want to do that. And so I'll learn how to do it. And if I don't like it, I'm just like, oh, that was shit. Like, get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, then just don't do it again. But at least you had the experience. So you got to have experiences in your life. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I get bored easily too. So I'll try something and then I'll do it for a while. And I'm like, this is boring now. It's not challenging me. It's not as exciting. And then I give it up. I'm like, don't need it anymore in my life.
So move on to the next one. If there's plenty more adventure out there for everybody, just keep moving on and going to the next one.
I love that. I always love connecting women with women, especially women that are empowering other women. I love this container that I've created here, bringing in all of these women that are out just to serve other women and empower the whole world, right? One woman at a time. I love it. So thank you for being here. I always have one final question. You touched on it just before, so I'm thinking that you will have an answer to this question. What is Bonnie's legacy? What is your story? What's your message to the world?
I want to be known as somebody who was very tenacious and resilient and was unbreakable. I use the hashtag Mindset Mentor, Gratitude Guru, Unbreakable Bonnie. I tell people to just, turn your negatives into positives and definitely just be unbreakable and keep staying positive.
I love that. I have faith that you are going to call in this manifestation of your van very shortly, Bonnie. I see you living the life on the road and helping, thousands of women around the world as you travel around, spreading your little magical happiness and mindset shifting everywhere. I'm so excited for this journey that you're about to go on. Thank you so much for joining us today. Is there any other words of wisdom you'd like to share with our audience today?
No, just start have a formula in the morning to start having a rock solid day and know what you want out of your life and know what purpose you have and know that if you're feeling down or something like that, that's not the worst thing in the world. As long as you don't stay down for too long, you come back up and you do what you want to do to live the best life that you can.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your story and being brave and open with us here today. It's definitely going to empower other people. I love when people just have the courage to share their story, because you know in your heart that if one person hears it and one person gets something from your message, then that's the power that can change the whole world, right? I'm all about changing one person at a time. So thank you so much for being brave. You've probably shared your story 1,000 times, but it is confronting every time, no matter what your story. And thank you so much for being brave today.
Thank you a lot, Vanessa. I'm pleased to thank you very much for interviewing me on your show. It was really great, and I appreciate it. And I hope to meet a whole new audience in Australia and New Zealand and everywhere all over the world.
Thank you. I'm sure you will. And I will be seeing you when you come down under in your little van tour.
Most definitely. We can go on a little tour together in our little vans and stuff.
Yes, love it. Can't wait. Thank you, Bonnie. You go and have a fantastic evening under the stars.
Yes, and you have a great day, and thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. See you later. Thank you, dear souls, for joining me on this sacred journey. If you enjoyed this soul-nourishing experience, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon so you can stay connected and never miss a moment of our soulful exploration. Let's keep this transformative conversation going in the comments below. Share your insights, your dreams, and the magical moments you encounter. This is a community of like-minded souls, and your voice matters. If you're feeling called to dive even deeper into the realms of intuition and soulful living, remember that I'm here for you. Reach out to me through the links in the description. Let's embark on a personalized adventure to help you create the life of your dreams. This is Vanessa signing off from the Sacred Soul Shift series. Stay enchanted and keep shining bright.